Thank you so much for resubbing, Babone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Just was posting the stream announcement, so it took me a little minute. So this is technically a Dungeons and Dragons character, and honestly, for the life of me, I cannot remember what they're called, so you'll have to fill me in. Like, what are the dragon people called in D&D? Oh, okay, Dragonborn. I just could not remember for the life of me. I was like, it's a dragon person. Excellent. Yeah, so this is an undead dragonborn death knight from D&D. Thank you, thank you. And the design is based off of that mount in WoW, the undead oh my god. Hang on. What's it called? Hang on. I just have a really bad memory, so like I have to look stuff up. You know the one you get from the Death Knight campaign? Where is it? Here it is. Frostbrood Proto-Worm. I'm gonna put that on my bar. There we go. So yeah, the design of it, like the skull is based on the Frostbrood Proto-Worm or Proto-Drake. So what I did last night is when I was pre-sketching this, I was basically on the mount and I was taking pictures of it and I was trying to basically translate like this skull into like an anthro-humanoid kind of dragon. And of course I got your approval, so it's all good to go. So what I'm going to be doing on this today is thickening up the lines and then adding sketchy shading lines, and then after that doing deluxe shading and making it have like glowy lich fire kind of eyes. So that's what we're gonna do, and of course I gotta sign it and write the character's name on the picture, and that'll do. So what we have right here is basically the rough sketch at the moment, and we're gonna make it real pretty. Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm just gonna park myself somewhere out here and dance. Maybe I'll dance over by the fountain. I like dancing on the fountain ledge. She looks really nice with the water behind her, like all the blues, they go together really well. Speaking of undead, do you need anything else for tomorrow's stream, or have you got it all set? Actually, I'm gonna be setting it up right after I finish this today, so I was gonna message you, because I might start the pre-sketch stuff tonight, just so that it's ready to go for tomorrow. So, as of right now, I have all the reference pictures and everything. But if I do have any more questions, I'm definitely going to be asking you. But, like, if you want to DM me any other information or anything I might need to know, feel free. I mean, so far as I know, he's got the really muscular physique. And you pick the night elf tattoos that are like the vertical stripy ones going down the eyes, like almost like big claw marks. And then I think we picked the pose that we wanted. Yeah, okay. So we got the pose where he's holding the axe and like looking at the camera all ferocious like. So yeah, like what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna beef him up, like make him a lot thicker looking. So like I'm gonna draw his armor thicker and his arm, like his legs, his torso, to make it look like he's really filled out underneath the armor. Because you know how the Worgens are a little bit svelte, like they're narrow in the waist. So I'm gonna, you know, beef him up a little like a bodybuilder. And he'll be all good to go. Breacher is anything but spelt, yeah. I'm talking to Arazi about the Unity thing in the memes channel. Oh, that whole thing is crazy. You guys heard about that? So the Unity gaming engine, they decided to pull some cute little thing where they're gonna be charging, like anybody that uses Unity to make their games, they're gonna be charging them like big money. Basically like fees for every person that installs their game. And for smaller game developers, they would essentially like bankrupt them, really. It's essentially the best way I can describe what Unity is doing is like, say for example that the software that I use to make your art, Clip Studio, say Clip Studio wants to charge me like a fee for every commission I get, like every piece of art I make in this program. Because it's like, oh, you're using our software, so we need to get a cut of everything you make. So it's like really slimy what they're doing. So yeah, interesting conversation going on in the memes channel, and I did post a video about it in the video games channel as well. Because whenever there's like big news going around about like video game related stuff, I do keep an eye on it because I watch a lot of YouTubers. So I honestly didn't know anything about Unity. Like, I just know that it's like a game program thing, like Unreal Engine, but I didn't think they were gonna do something like this to hurt game developers, you know? So it's greed, pure and simple. But if I was making a game, I would not use the Unity engine. Especially after this. It's like, haha, no. Nope. So I feel really bad for everybody who is building their games on it, because now that's like I know Bellular is also developing a game and he was using Unity too, so like for smaller devs it would sink them with what it is they're trying to do. Or make it so they can never get big, at any rate. Let's see. It's like if every time someone downloaded one of your works, you end up paying artistry. Oh my god. Yeah, like that's crazy. That's so nuts. I would not want to use any kind of software that's like that. That's like the most corrupt licensing agreement. Like, to use our software, you have to pay up all the time. Pony up. Like, yeah, no. Like I said, it was akin to like if Clip Studio wants me to pay them a fee for every single commission I get, you know, every piece of art I make in this software I have to pay money to be for the privilege of using it to make art, even though I already bought the software and I own it. Like, no, doesn't work that way. But that's capitalism at its finest, you know, when it gets corrupt right there. Greedy CEO. And EA has a track history, so, like, anybody related to that, like, this guy is, like Bobby Kotick's protege. Oh, God. I like the picture you posted of Bobby Kotick as, like, frickin', what's his name? That goblin. Gallywix. Bobby Wix. That's a good one. Not Bobby! It's Bobby's world! Yeah, it's like, every time I see this news, I'm just like, what in the world is going on in the gaming industry? Like, why is the AAA gaming industry so bad? Oh my, and I mean, this isn't even like a game, this is like an engine for making games. It's like the whole thing is so corrupt at this point. And like you said, you know, they're putting people in these industries that don't care about games. Like, literally, these people just like, oh, we can make a lot of money off of these nerds, you know? Like, that's really all they care. They just see dollar signs. They don't see the point of making quality products. They see a bunch of dudes sitting at their computers buying up games just because of, you know, it's a title that they like. And that they'll spend any amount of money to have it, you know. Thank you so much, Savannah, for resubbing. Woo, you've been subbed for 25 months, and Babone's been subbed for 20 months. You guys are awesome. I appreciate your support so much. Thank you. This is a Dragonborn from D&D, although it's designed off of the Frostbrood Proto-Worm from WoW. Is Etylanth a female? I don't really know. I mean, this definitely doesn't look female to me, but like they use like a female night elf model and they play a female night elf in the game, so but I ain't gonna assume the gender here. This is the character that Etylanth Endgame is based on too. Is female. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, Dragon Gorl. But yeah, when something is like undead and skeletal, it's definitely hard to know what it was because it's, you know, bones. It's bones! And also, like, you described Etylanth as being thick too, so like beefy. She originally was a WoW character as an undead proto-dragon raised to serve the Ebon Blade, but I really wanted to RP them in D&D. Is muscular, yeah, strong. Yeah, see, that's the beauty about like WoW characters, like they're very versatile, you know? Or D&D characters, just high fantasy in general. Like, it's really easy to make a character in one thing and then, you know, translate them over into another. So I have, like, a lot of RP partners that have characters that they use in WoW and D&D interchangeably. And, like, one of my characters is even an Elder Scrolls Online character, but I was able to also bring her into WoW. Granted, I did get a little creative with her lore. She's a, basically she's a high elf druid, so the way I did that is I made her a half elf. So like she's half Kultiran and half high elf. So, you know, sue me, I broke the lore, what can I say? Because I really would love the idea of like elf druids, and I feel like it should be allowed to be a thing, you know? So I went ahead and done that for myself, you know. And since Kultirans can be druids, and we know that elves and humanoids can make halflings, I was like, okay, half high elf, half Kultiran, druid. In other news, I finally got to unlock the Minari Eridar skins last night. And I've also been leveling up a clone of my Nightborn Mage Viserion on Moonguard. So I got him to level 40. Even though you're like, why would you level up a Horde on Moonguard? There's like no Horde RP. But I have a RP partner who wants to do cross-faction RP with Viserion, but they're alliance on Moonguard, so I was like, okay, I will make a new Viserion, and I will level him up. So I've just been running BFA dungeons for 2 days straight, It's been so boring. I really wish time walking would come faster. I love Etylanth so much as a character, and I put them into D&D just because I want to RP them more. Me and my friend had plans of another D&D campaign after our current one since it's reaching its end. I love Minari. Yeah, I haven't made a Minari Eridar character just yet. I just tried out the skins on my Draenei. But, like, I don't really have plans of turning my Draenei Hunter into a Minari Eridar, because she's a good girl, and she's normal. She's not demon-y. But if I was going to make a Minari Eridar character, I definitely would make one from scratch. Which means leveling up another character. Oh, like, oh my god. Oh, so many tunes, I tell ya. I probably have a bunch of tunes I could, like, honestly just delete if I wanted to, because I don't really ever use them for anything. But, yeah, I always end up with way too many characters. It's a problem, you know? But, like, characters are like potato chips, you know? You can't have just one. Gotta have, like, 100. Usually 100's a happy number for me. I made a Minari Vindicator in retraining. Yeah, I really like that, having a Minari, like, paladin. That's pretty cool. I also love how the currents... I love the current strife in Stormwind. Etylanth is all chill with the Eridar, just as long as they don't pull anything dumb. Basically just keeping a close watch. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter I've been leveling ended up shooting too, because they don't see a way for them to be redeemed. Yeah, that's intense. I can definitely see, like, demon hunters being really, really unhappy with this, you know, and just a lot of characters in general, like, who've had friends and comrades and loved ones and whatever murdered by Eridar. Like, they would be pretty pissed about this. Like, like, Velen, why? Why did you do this? You know they can't be redeemed. Like, some sins are just so egregious, you know? But that's the thing I do like about WoW. And, you know, we could all agree to disagree if you don't agree, because this is just my opinion, but I do like that even the darkest of characters in WoW do find a way to be redeemed. But you do gotta argue that some of the things that they've done are so horrible, like, should they be allowed to be redeemed? It's like, you know, they're doing a redemption for Sylvanas, they redeemed Illidan. So, like, what are your guys' thoughts on that? Do you think that no matter how heinous a crime, a character can still be redeemed, or do you think there's a line that can be crossed where at some point a character has done things so horrible that there is no possible way to be redeemed ever? So what's your guys' opinions about that? See, I love chaos, maha. Funnily enough, my Illidari Felbob is remarkably chill about the Minari. He only goes after those who make a nuisance of themselves. We'd also have to include the fact that the Legion has killed millions and destroyed worlds. How can we know the Eridar and Stormwind didn't willingly participate? Redemption has nothing to do with what they've done, but with being willing to give them a chance to change. You don't have to forgive for redemption to happen. Oh, that's actually a really good point there. I like that. Yeah, because, like, I don't think they really can be forgiven. for what they've done, but to be given a chance to change and prove that they can, that's a good point. Yeah. Let's see. My Minari is realistic. He knows that it's likely that he'll never be forgiven, and that redemption for the horrible things he did is slim, but he's going to try and atone regardless. He doesn't deny what he did. In fact, true redemption expects no forgiveness. In fact, it understands the lack. Cool. This is very deep. I like this. Good topic. Make for good story writing. For shoresies. The Minari questline presents this perfectly. Yeah, because I noticed the guy is like, I'm not asking for forgiveness. I know that I'm not deserving of it. Like, he says that multiple times. It's like he's not expecting to be forgiven because he knows he's probably not going to be. Let's see. Personally, it depends on the extent, and I think Eridar had crossed it because it wasn't incidental. If it was real world, they would not be forgiven. That's the point. A truly redeemed being isn't forgiven. They prove that they don't need that to be better. They prove they are better than they were. They own their faults. Now that's gotta be a fun kind of character to have to roleplay. A character that nobody trusts and everybody hates. But they have to, like, try and redeem themselves and prove themselves worthy. Like I'm not the same monster that I used to be. And, like, I own up to what I did and I'll forever be regretful about it. But I can't change the past. I can only move on and try and forge a new future. Let's see, that's fair and true. The biggest issue with this whole situation isn't Minari aren't redeemable, it's that people focus on forgiveness and not redemption. And are in conflict with neither side will move. One side expects that they'll just be let go and don't need to do better. Yeah, so I bet there's a lot of players out there playing the Minari Eridar, and they're just like, forgive me, I'm good now. And then the other players are like, oh, hell no, I'm gonna kill you. So it's like, just a mess. Big mess. But I'm sure that's probably how it's going for a lot of people out there. That's currently the path my Tabaxi is going on currently. They may or may not have pulled a magic card from a magic deck that may have shook the entire world and killed millions. Oh dear, she's in a lot of grief herself, but she isn't going to ask for forgiveness. She's probably going to seek to be redeemed, but it's all the fun scarring. I love character development. The big issue I see is very few Minari are obviously seeking redemption or just arguing about it rather than proving it. Yeah, you know, there's a very simple and old expression, actions speak louder than words. But of course, when you're having an RP where you're just standing around in a tavern, there isn't really a lot of opportunity for actions like to prove themselves worthy of redemption, because it's just a bunch of small talk in a tavern, you know? So it's like, or standing around in Stormwind or whatever. Like, to have an RP where your character can actually redeem themselves, there has to be something going on. Like, they have to, like, sacrifice something. Like, they have to prove with action that they're actually going to do good. And you really can't do that just standing around in a city. You know? Like, it's gonna take a lot more than that for them. Let's see. And few people are willing to let the Minari try because they focus on them being unforgivable and trying to purge them / force them out. They thought they were gonna win. They pretty much had all the opportunity for interesting RP is not present with the vast majority of RP. If you're stuck in Stormwind, you can't do much more than casual social encounters that go nowhere most of the time. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I mean. Like, if you're gonna play a Minari Eridar seeking redemption and trying to prove themselves worthy by doing good deeds and changing the wrong, you know, trying to change their behavior, right? And show that they're a decent person, you're not gonna do that standing around in Stormwind just having random small chat. Like, there needs to be like an actual campaign set up, like some kind of a mission or, you know, something where they go out there and they face some kind of a foe and they prove their worth, you know? That's just storytelling 101 right there. They have to have some kind of an adventure, some kind of a conflict, something to challenge them, something that they need to go out and face that's going to help them, you know, prove their worth. Somebody gently pat me, but they don't know where they are. laughing over that typo. I was like waiting. It must have been like 20 minutes since I made that typo, and I was waiting for somebody to see the chat and say something. I'm like, eventually somebody's gonna notice. You saw it and remained silent. Oh dear. I was like, why is nobody laughing? It was really funny. I mean, I have like the sense of humor of a 12-year-old boy, so, you know, of course it really cracked me up. Alrighty guys, so this sketch is finished. So I just uploaded it to Artistry and also the server and sent it on its way. So I'm gonna stop the stream here and I'm gonna be working on pre-sketching out Babone's commission for tomorrow. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, have a wonderful rest of your evening. Ciao for now. Bye bye.